Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally going to be bringing you the Maya Mia Anastasia palette. I picked it up last week from Sephora's website, and it is also available at Ulta. This came out about 2 weeks ago, but I don't feel like it's in stores just yet. I haven't seen it at any of my Sephora's or Ulta, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But I wanted to show you the palette, the colors in there, and I also wanted to share my views on this palette since I was very excited to get it, and I've been using it for about a week now because I wanted to make sure that I got to play with these colors, with the consistency of them, see how they wear, so I can share with you my full thoughts on this palette. Now, I want to show you first the packaging, which I feel it's beautiful, and what girl doesn't fall for beautiful packaging? Yeah, that's me. So this is what the box looks like. And then on the back, it just has all the ingredients. It has a picture of the palette itself and a little introduction on here. Now, when you open up the packaging, it actually has not only the palette, obviously, but then it also gives you, let's see, they give you 5 little look cards, and each one has a different eye look. And it's nice because each one on the back, as you can see, each one, like for example, this one gives you what colors you'll be using. And it gives you detailed instructions of what to do and with pictures, which is quite nice. For people like me who are more visual, it makes it quite easy actually, and it gives you some inspiration of how you use this palette. Now the palette itself, let me go get it. The palette itself looks just like the box on there. So this is what it looks like. It's a nice thin and small palette, which makes it very, very nice and comfortable for traveling. But on the back, it also has all the ingredients. When you open up the palette, you're gonna find a little plastic covering for your eyeshadows, so to at least keep them nice. On the top, it has a nice big mirror, and then you get the shadows. And then you also get a nice little brush down here. Now the brush itself, I'm actually really enjoying this brush. It has a nice shadow domed brush on the top. And then on the other side, it has a nice little small detailer brush. I don't really have any brushes of these size, so it actually has really been fun for me to use this because it's been helping me out with the kind of cut crease looks and everything. So I'm really liking this. It's really soft. It's nicely dense on there. I'm not sure if you can tell the size of it, but it's really nice brush actually, which is nice because most palettes just come with a really cheap brush and normally you would just throw out and never use it again. But with the shadows, it has 10 shadows total, and it comes with 5 shimmers, 5 matte shadows. Now, with some of them, I don't have any of the other Anastasia palettes, but some of these colors are repeats from those palettes. So if you pick this one up and you have the other ones, you're going to see some similar colors on here. But with the so far, with what I have found with this palette is the matte colors are fantastic. Basically, with the shimmer shadows, not so much, even though those were the pop of colors, because the blue, the aqua color here is what attracted to me to this palette, and gold bar, which is kind of a gold, and it has some tints of green on it. It's really beautiful, but they don't show up on the lids very well, and I'm going to show you an example of that here. Now, if you're not going to use a primer, which I don't always use a primer, I want to have the option of either using a shadow primer or not. I want to be able to choose. I don't want to be forced into using it. But with this palette, you have to use a primer. That will be the only way I feel you get a good pop of color and you get these colors to stay and show. The wear time with them, I've worn them the most for about 12 hours on a work day. They stay on the lids very well, but again, these shadows, since you need a primer and they're not very pigmented, you're not really going to tell the colors on your lids very well. But for example, this is the aqua color, and it swatches really nicely. Now, mind you, this is a heavy swatch, but on my arm, when I try to swatch it, you can see the color, and it's very sheer, but then if you ever need to blend it out, it almost blends out to nothing, which that kind of upset me a little bit because I really was hoping that I would get a huge pop of color, like for example the one I'm wearing today. Yeah, the shadow that I'm wearing is from the one of the Wet n Wild like 6 quad palettes. I shouldn't have to get my pop of colors from $3 shadows when pay $30 for a nice high-end palette and I'm not getting what I wanted. I was expecting more out of it, but I think that's what disappointed me the most. Mind you, in the end, this is still a very beautiful palette. It's nice. I'm actually loving the matte colors more. So what I'm gonna do, since they don't swatch very well without a primer, except the matte colors, which actually, let me show you. For example, this is gonna be for the sienna color up here. And this is a light swatch. Now, the matte shadows actually swatch very well. It's a beautiful, beautiful brown brick color, as I like to call it. Let me see it. And these are beautiful. I think the matte shadows on these palettes are just my favorites out of them. So I'll probably be using those more than the shimmer ones. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some eyeshadow primer on my arm. I'm going to swatch them all for you. I'm going to show you what they look like on my arm. And then we'll go from there. So I got my hands dirty and my arm ready to go. And I'm going to be showing you the swatches now of the colors on this palette. So I'm going to be starting with the top colors on here. And then we'll do the bottom row. Now with this top color, which it is called Nude, this one is basically non-existent. That's why I want to kind of do it on my finger, just so you can see what it looks like. Because on my arm, I try to swatch it, it just doesn't come up at all. You cannot see it whatsoever. And I am medium skin tone, so if you're a lighter skin tone than I am, you're probably not even going to see it at all. So it's a true nude if you want to consider it that. Now the second one here, it is called Deep Brown. This one comes out more black for me, but it is a true deep brown, if you want to call it, because it's so dark it looks black. But this is the second color on here. And like I said, the matte colors swatch very nicely, as you can see. Then the next color right by here, it is Sienna, which is my favorite color out of this palette. Just the one right here. And that one is also a matte color, so that's why the swatch is very dark. The next one on here, it is Warm Taupe, and we have it right here. And that one, the swatch is right here as well. And I think that's a very nice transitional color. The next one here then, we have Vanilla. Now this Vanilla, this one it is more kind of a beige shimmery color. So this one also, it's a little hard to show, but not sure if you can see it, but it's right here. Then my bottom row here, we're gonna start with Aqua. Now this is a heavy swatch. again, that is what upsets me about this palette. It is just not as pigmented as I would love it to be, especially with the bright colors. They're glittery and they just don't swatch very well. But this is the color right here, which is very sheer. So if you're looking for nice sheer pop of colors, then fantastic, this palette, I would recommend it. But for me personally, since I like bright in-your-face colors, it is not for me. But again, that was Aqua. Then the next one on here, it is Fresh Peach. Now this one is very beautiful. I like it. It's one of the shimmery colors as well. It swatches a little better on here. And this is what it looks like. The one by that is called Glisten. And this one is more peachy tone glitter, or sheen, that is. I like this one as well. Now this is very heavily swatched on my arm also. Then the next one we have, it is also a matte color, which is Caramel. And again, I'm loving all these matte colors. They're really, really nice transitional colors. So I'm enjoying this one as well. And that one is right here. And this is Caramel. And then the last one on here, it is the Gold Bar. And this one, I'm not sure we can tell in the packaging. But it has gold. It's kind of a dual chrome. When you look at it, it has some gold, it has some green to it. It's really nice. I just wish it swatched better as well, since it is a glitter color or shimmer color. But this is the one right here. So yeah, that was all the colors of the new Anastasia Maya Mia palette. Really my overall thoughts on it. I wish I would have known better or waited to see more reviews on this. I am not thrilled about it. I will definitely use it because I'm really liking the matte colors on there. But the shimmer colors, which is the ones that I bought this palette really for, I am not liking at all. They're not as pigmented as I would have really enjoyed compared to some of my other shadows, such as my Wet n Wild, or even Morphe shadows, or Morph shadows, however they're pronounced. Sorry if I mispronounced it. But it's a disappointment. I'm sorry, Anastasia. All their other products I love their brow products, but this palette I would skip on. So let me know, you guys. Let me know if you tried this palette, if you bought any other palettes, and what your thoughts were on there. Were they better than this one? Let me know. This is the first one I have ever tried, so this is really my thorough, kind of my honest thoughts on this palette. So definitely, let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure that you subscribe and check out my blog at myswatchorama.com. But as always, thank you for coming by, and I hope I see you soon. Bye!